We are now joined by student athlete Kaylee Jones. And your first question is from Michael. Michael, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
All right, Michael Robertson, African-American athlete. All right, Haley, definitely has to be the biggest shot of your life. What was going through your mind? And then, of course, the angst that you guys had to go through on that tip that almost went in.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there wasn't much going through my mind. I saw the ball bouncing around, and I knew we had to get a quick shot up if we wanted to have another chance, another possession, just in case. So when I saw the ball bouncing around, I saw my teammates hitting bodies, make sure the ball was open. I just went and shot it, and it went in, and there was really no time to celebrate. We had to get back on defense, and I mean, South Carolina is a great team. So when I inbounded the ball, we knew they were trying to foul. The ball popped out, and there was no time to hang your head, get mad at yourself, yell at somebody. All you had to do was get back because the time's not stopping. So we got the steal, and she was going. We just had to get back. We should have boxed out Aaliyah more. We know she's a great rebounder, a great player. Luckily, she missed the tip in. But it was very hectic, but we just knew we had to get back and do everything that we could. So we left it out there, and luckily it paid off.
Next question is from Lindsay. Lindsay, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Haley. Lindsay from USA Today. Congrats on the win. You know, I wondered if you could just talk about, this was an incredible game. I don't know if you felt that during the game, if you were more stressed than everyone else, but tons of people watching, talking about how back and forth it is. What's a game like this going to do for getting more eyeballs to women's basketball?
Yeah, I mean, South Carolina is an amazing team. They have great players. I played with Autumn, I played with Zai, I played with Aaliyah, I played against Bree a lot, and we respect them, and they respect us, so we knew it was going to be a great, gritty game with a lot of talent on both ends. And so I think that seeing a game like this, and it's back and forth, and next play mentality, no one's giving up, it's just so competitive. It was physical out there. It was just a great game. I think that it just shows that we can be gritty, we can be tough, we're athletic, we push the ball, we do everything. I just think that our game is so special, and it does need more recognition. But I just think it just brings more eyes, just seeing how competitive. I think that you could feel the passion that we had, everybody on both ends. No one was giving up ever. You just saw the passion that everybody had, and we were just pushing through the end. So I think it can only do good things.
Next question is from Ann. Ann, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Haley. Ann Killian with the San Francisco Chronicle. Congratulations. You guys seemed very poised in the heat of the battle. And I, looking on social media as the game's going on, people were losing their minds. And you guys were, like you said, you were just focused on the task at hand. And I'm just wondering, I mean, this is a theme that we've been talking about all season, but do you think that your ability to stay calm and poised as chaos was looming all around you has something to do with the journey that the team has taken to get to this point? Yeah, I mean, every team this season has had a difficult journey going through this, living through COVID and all the different precautions taken with that, and us as well being on the road for 2 months. And I think that being on the road really has brought us closer together. And I mean, along with that comes poise, I guess, but I think just us being together and being rooted in one another and having confidence in each other. If someone turns it over, I'm not going to not pass them the ball next time. I have confidence and trust in them. So I think just that togetherness really bonds us. And before our Elite Eight game last week, we talked to one of our beloved former seniors from last year, Nadia Fingal, and she told us to be poised and patient. And so throughout the game, there's going to be runs. South Carolina is a great team. Louisville's a great team. And they had runs, and then we had runs back. You just have to be poised, keep your composure, not get too caught up in the moment, and just be patient. Your shots are going to fall off and off in the first half. They will in the second half. And just kind of like knowing your role. We're not trying to play outside ourselves. We just have great chemistry out there, and I think that it really shows in crunch time.
Next question is from Teresa. Teresa, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation. I'll come back to you, Teresa. Next question is from Anthony. Anthony, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Anthony Flores with NBC Bay Area. Congratulations on the win. I just want to know, how does it feel to be headed to the national championship game?
Yeah, I mean, it's surreal. I don't think it's really hit me yet. I mean, everybody growing up, you wish to go to the national championship and play on the biggest stage in front of the biggest crowd against the best team. So we know whoever comes out with the dub tonight is going to be great competition for us on Sunday. So we're just kind of moving on. We're excited. It's surreal. I'm so blessed to be able to be here with this team. I love each and every player, and I have such a great connection with each of them and the coaching staff. And I think this is just such a special year, and we've been through so much together that now putting ourselves on this stage, it just means so much to us. And we're not going to take a second for granted. Tomorrow at practice, film, we watch a lot of film, so we're going to take everything because Tara always says this is the last time you're going to be in this space with this group of people. So we only have 2 days left of our season. So we're just trying to take every moment, not take anything for granted, and just kind of be here, sit in it, love it, and give what we have.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Go ahead, Teresa.
Thank you. Teresa Walker, the Associated Press. To follow up on that, it's the first time Stanford's been in this title game since 2010. To help get this program and Tara back to this point, how much does that mean?
It means so much. Stanford's a historically great program, and we still are now, and we have plans to be in the years to come. And I mean, so many greats and legends, in my opinion, have come from Stanford. We see it in the walls of our locker room every day. And so now to be able to bring us back to this national championship stage, it's just an honor to be able to do that for Tara, for the team, for the program. And I mean, we still got one more game, so we're excited to do what we can with that, hopefully come out with a dub, and yeah, just kind of leave our mark in the legacy.
Next question is from Michelle. Michelle, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Michelle Smith, Pac12.com. Haley, let's talk about that three-point shot for a minute, because it was not something that you used and had a lot during the regular season, but you've been shooting threes and hitting threes. Can you just talk about, the work you've done on it and how on this stage you became a three-point shooter?
Yeah, I wasn't really shooting them at the beginning of the season or not a lot last year before I got injured. I know it was something that I did a lot in high school, and I think I just kind of stopped working on my craft with it, and that's on me for doing that. But I think a lot of it comes from confidence, and so we haven't been able to get a lot of shots up when we were on the road, but I really tried to take advantage of any extra time we had to go shoot in the preseason and off-season. When I was rehabbing, I was really working on my shot with my trainer back home, and Tara and I work with Brittany every day at practice. So I think just reps really just paid into my confidence, and my teammates see me shoot at practice, and I feel confident, so they just kind of instill their confidence in me when I don't have it myself, and so I just kind of build off them, and it started following this tournament, and so now I'm just running with it.
Next question is from Steve. Steve, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Haley, congratulations. You mentioned legends a few minutes ago. Tara Vanderveer compared you to a different legend yesterday. She mentioned that you're similar to Magic Johnson. Now, he's of my generation, but I'm sure you know who Magic Johnson is. Do you pattern some of your game off of Magic Johnson?
That's a great compliment. She's never told me that, but
Well, she told some other people.
I'd love to hear it. I mean, Magic Johnson's a legend. I love watching him play. The way that he's so long, lanky, agile, athletic, and he's kind of like a point forward like myself, I guess. He can really do everything. And I love his passing ability and the court vision that he has. And I think another thing that I really admire about him is his leadership. He always seemed so poised out there, and he played with such passion, such energy. He's the one diving on the ground. So that's the highest compliment I've ever heard. So thanks, Tara. Shout out T-Dog.
Glad I could mention it to you.
We have time for one more question, and that'll come from Elliot.
Hi, Elliot Allman, San Jose Mercury News. Haley, you've talked a lot about this. It has been such a long road And are you feeling that at all, that the culmination with a game-winning shot like this, can you feel that after everything you've gone through?
I think just having this long season, it's taken a toll on everyone in a different way. And I mentioned before just how close-knit we are. So to be able to, shoot that shot and have it go in for the team, it just means so much because we've been through some extraordinary circumstances this year. We were on the road for 2 months. Even when we came back to school, we couldn't really leave our dorm rooms. I couldn't go to Target to go get a hair supply or anything like that. We're just on campus. So it's been a really difficult year, and I think that could have broken a lot of different teams, but we just have so much love and respect and trust in one another that this just means so much more than any past shot, any past season, any game win that I've ever been a part of. This just kind of means more.
Haley, thank you for your time tonight. Congratulations on the win and good luck going forward.
Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your night.
Thank you. We will soon be joined by head coach Tara Vanderveer. Please use this time to raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question. Once again, we are limited to 15 minutes and we have a lot of people who want to ask questions. I will get to as many of you as I can. And please keep in mind also, if possible, limit yourself to one question so I can get to more people. Thank you. We are now joined by head coach Tara Vanderveer, and the first question is from Lindsay. Lindsay, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Tara. It's
Hi,
Lindsay
Lindsay.
Shell from USA Today. Congrats on the win. I'm sorry, but we don't know what order we're going to go in, so I'm actually not going to ask you about this game. I'm going to ask you, Kiana is really tight. She's not playing like herself. You can tell she's getting down on herself. How are you guys going to make sure that she plays like she's capable Sunday night? Does someone need to tell her some jokes in the huddle to loosen her up?
I think she is putting a lot of pressure on herself. She's in her hometown, and I think being in the championship game will help her a lot. But she, this is how it's going to be. They're going to focus on her, and she'll respond. I know she's got a great game in her.
Next question is from Sue. Sue, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Coach Sue Favor with Women's Hoops World. In that last 13 seconds, the camera showed Kaylee Jones. Her face was just poised and relaxed like it always is. And I'm wondering what you were thinking in the last 13 seconds and what, if you could speak, I know you know Haley pretty well. How is she able to stay so poised in those clutch moments?
Well, Haley had a great game, and she is a poised and relaxed player. She had a great game. She made some really big plays for us. I think that everyone recognized what we had to do, and it was a real exciting ending, obviously. Haley was ready for whatever we needed her to do. She got the ball in bounds, and then we just needed to hang on to it.
Thank you.
Next question is from Chantel. Chantel, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Tara. Chantel Jennings with The Athletic. With so much time on the road this year, the players weren't able to just pop in the gym and get shots up whenever they want. I'm curious if or how you adjusted practices this year to try and make up for that, or if it was just sort of something you realized was going to be a reality of this year.
It was the reality of this year. I mean, we were in a high school gym with 2 glass backboards, high school size court, and there were 4 wooden backboards for most of the time we were in Santa Cruz. I told our team from the get-go, your middle name has to be flexible, and I think people have been flexible, and it's a credit to the maturity, our leadership, and just the fact that people really wanted to play and have a great season.
Next question is from Doug. Doug, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hey, Coach Doug Feinberg, the Associated Press. Congrats on the win. What does it mean to be back in the title game again?
Doug is awesome, and I just want to credit Dawn and their team and their staff. It was a battle. It was, it was a really tough game. We had to work really hard. They rebound really well. They shot the ball really well. Cook had a great game, and we just really didn't have an answer for her. But I thought Haley really stepped up big for us, and Lexi stepped up big for us. And, we got different plays. I thought Ashton Prechtel had another really good game.
Next question is from Sano. Please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Sunil Sundaraj with Global Women's Sports Radio. Coach, I know I asked you in the last game, different, players stepping up, every time. And again, today it was, Haley Jones, said with 24 points, and then you had, Lexi with a double-double, 18 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 from the free throw line.
Right.
Can you just talk about that, Coach?
Our free throws were huge. We went 11 for 12. That was great. We got out-rebounded, but not by much. They're just a really, really athletic team. I think, they're usually defensively, one of our strengths is our guard defense. Anna Wilson has been a lockdown defender for us all year, but we really just didn't have an answer for Cook or Henderson. They both had great games, and we'll have to play better on Sunday in order to be successful.
Next question is from Jen. Jen, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Coach. Jen Hadfield here from The Next. I just wanted to ask you about Lexi. The 13 rebounds, 6 on the offensive end. Can you just talk a little bit about how she was able to impact the game, even as she had, by her standards, a not so efficient shooting night?
Right. Well, she's a hustler. She's scrappy. She gets on the floor. She's not afraid to battle. And it was very, very physical out there, right down to the last play, which was, it was just, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to be able to handle the ball. But, it was a great win for our team and our program.
Next question is from Jacob. Jacob, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Jacob Rayburn, Cardinal Sports Report. Hey, Coach, talking a little bit more about rebounding. Obviously, South Carolina came up with a couple really clutch offensive rebounds, but overall, what did you think of your team's performance on the boards and what South Carolina was able to do?
South Carolina, they really depend on their rebounding, and I think we can be more aggressive. Against them, it was hard to be, to rebound offensively because their guards are so fast. We wanted to get back in transition, and I thought we did a pretty good job of getting back and stopping their transition break with their guards. But, I thought Ashton did a good job. I mean, she was trying to box out. They're really, really a tough matchup. And, I think for us, having played against UCLA and their rebounding, we knew what we had to do. And I thought our team tried really hard to do it. And it's a lot easier said than done against a team like that.
Next question is from Donnie. Donnie, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Donnie Woods here with World Exposure Report. Congratulations on a great game. Big 12 matchup, possibly. Are you going to have a chance to watch the game tonight? And what would it be like to have a Pac-12 national championship game?
That would be awesome. We're rooting for Arizona. It would be really exciting to have it's just, I think, a credit to how competitive the Pac-12 is. We'll be ready for either team. And we're excited we played the first game so we can get a little rest. Our team, just with the travel and everything and the number of games, I think we can use it.
Next question is from Kyle. Kyle, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Kyle Tucker of The Athletic. Tara, I talked to you yesterday a little bit about some of the years you had a team you thought could win it all and had some snake-bitten luck with injuries to key players and different things that have happened along the way. When you have that turnover at the end and they get two good looks close, did that feel like a little karmic payback for you?
Yeah. I mean, you got to hold on to the ball at the end of the game. And Cam was really upset with herself that got away from her. But they did have 2 good looks. And this is one of those survive in advance. And it was not a pretty game for us, but that's credit to USC, how South Carolina, how aggressive they are, how athletic they are. And we just, we're going to have to learn from it and, play better.
Next question is from Michael. Michael, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Coach. Michael Farrar with Berg Sports Network. You mentioned it earlier that the teams, you told the team their middle name needs to be flexible. For you, what do you love the most about this team, and what makes this group so special?
Well, I think what I really like the most about them is they're so unselfish and they're so team oriented. Obviously Haley had a big game, but throughout the tournament, Ashton's had a big game, Kiana's had a big game, Anna Wilson or Lexi or Lacey or Hannah Jump or, a lot of different people can contribute for us. So it's, I think that they're really a very team-oriented, very focused on our team doing well and not out for themselves. They're very unselfish.
Next question is from Teresa. Teresa, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Tara, you mentioned that the final finish there. How key was it that Hull was one of the first back, and by the time that second putback attempt went, there were 3 defenders there trying to help contest that shot?
Well, Lexi is she's a winner. She just really did hustle back. Obviously we could look at the last possession, which was critical, but I really think the game was won in the first quarter when we were down, I know, at least 9 and came back in that first quarter. We battled back, and I think our team has shown a lot of grit, a lot of heart, and it is nice to have a little karma going your way.
Next question is from Michelle. Michelle, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Michelle Smith, Pac12.com. Tara, Haley found her 3-point shot in this tournament. And it wasn't something that you guys utilized as a weapon a lot during the regular season, but can you, where she found the time to work on that? And did you guys need it today?
We did. Michelle, Haley's been working really hard. I said to her today, I thought she really, her practices have been very focused. She's been talking. She's really made a step up, and she knows it. She's not a freshman. She really was a leader out there. And obviously, she has confidence. She plays with confidence, and knocking down that shot was a real big shot for her. I thought her 2 on the Lexi miss was a game winner too.
Next question is from Ann. Ann, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Tara. Congratulations.
Thanks, Ann.
Hey, can you take a little trip down memory lane to the last time you were in the championship game? 2010, same building, I think, right?
Correct.
And potentially the same opponent, correct?
Correct.
Do you have bad memories of that game? Jane Appel, broken foot?
Yeah, that was tough. One of the things, knock on wood, we can be really thankful for that we have been healthy, and we'll see who we're playing. I think probably Connecticut's the favorite, but we've got to come out. We've got to play really well, no matter who we play. And I'm not gonna, I don't have any kind of skeletons in the closet or ghosts or whatever. This is a team that I have confidence in, that has confidence in themselves, really plays hard for each other, and they are absolutely thrilled to be in the championship game. And they know that we did not play a great game tonight.
Next question is from Lindsay. Lindsay, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Tara. Lindsay Schnell, USA Today again. On Haley, there were a couple times where she turned the ball over. She had that weird travel call.
Yeah,
and
that was weird.
But when the camera zoomed in on her, she was smiling. She was laughing. I'm okay. I'll figure it out. Is that just who she is? She didn't, like you say, panic at all. She wasn't tight at all.
No, that's Haley. I think she has the ability to play through things. I'm going to have to see that travel, because I could have thought there were some other travels that could have been called too. But, Haley just stays with things, and she's really that's great. She doesn't get frustrated, doesn't get upset with herself or her teammates, And, I think you really saw Haley have a fabulous game tonight.
Next question is from Pepper. Pepper, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Coach. Pepper Percy with the Next Hoops. Congrats on the win and making it to the championship game. Your team really played incredible defense tonight. Can you just discuss your team's defensive effort?
Pepper, you are so sweet. I was worried that, I didn't really like some of our defense on their guards. I thought their guards got some good looks, open looks that we could have done a better job on. But I'm going to listen to you because I think you have a really good question. I think we can even play better defense, Pepper. But our post players, I thought, played well inside, and they really frustrated their bigs. So they went to their guards, and their guards responded for them. But, I think we're going to have to play better on Sunday, Pepper.
All right. Well, good luck on Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Next question is from Chantel. Chantel, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Tara, this is Chantel Jennings with The Athletic. Kind of a fun question for you. I'm just curious if the T-Dog sweatshirt that the team gave you after your 1,000th and 99th win made it to San Antonio.
No, it didn't. It's really, really hot. It's for winter, and it's like a sauna. It's so warm. But I do have some real good pictures of it.
Next question is from Michelle Vogel. Michelle, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Yeah, Coach Vanderveer, Michelle Vogel, ESPN.com. Forgive me, I just hopped on here. Can you just talk about the resilience factor in a game like this when you're probably not making some shots that you would normally make to just keep grinding it out the way that you guys did?
I agree 100%, Michelle. Kiana had a great open look. They credit their defense. They made it tough on people, but we had, Fran had some layups and Lexi had some layups. Thankfully, Haley was awesome, 11 for 14, and she finished really well. But, maybe we're just saving them up for Sunday.
We have time for one more question, and that's from Christopher. Christopher, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Coach. This is Chris Idell from Purpose from Radio in Baltimore. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
You have to sit back and watch the second game. Let's talk about UConn or Arizona. What are the one thing that's going to be something you have to work on tomorrow for that game on Sunday?
Well, obviously, we'll wait and see which team it is. But if it's Arizona, we'll just be reviewing what they did and the good things we did against them and the things that they hurt us with. If it's Connecticut, Kate Pay has them scouted and ready to go. It'll be learning new personnel, but a lot of these players, they know each other. They've been watching them play. But it's going to just come down to Sunday getting after it. Probably who's most aggressive, and we'll have to be aggressive.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you.
For the media, a recording of this press conference will be available on ncaa.veritone.com. Thank you for participating tonight and have a good evening.